Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, where we uncover the most fascinating, mysterious, and mind-boggling real-life stories that leave you questioning reality. Today's story is about one of the greatest aviation mysteries in history, a plane carrying 239 passengers that completely vanished into thin air. No distress signals, no crash reports, no clear explanation. Just an aircraft that disappeared without a trace. Yes, I'm talking about Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, the missing plane that has puzzled the world for over a decade. How does a massive Boeing 777 simply vanish from the sky? What happened to the passengers? And after years of searching, did we finally find the truth? Stay with me till the end, because this mystery is far more shocking than you can imagine. The story begins on March 8, 2014. Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, at exactly 12:41 a.m., heading toward Beijing, China. On board were 227 passengers and 12 crew members, all set for a 6-hour journey. For the first 40 minutes, everything seemed completely normal. The plane was flying at an altitude of 35,000 feet, smoothly heading toward its destination. At 1:19 a.m., the Malaysian Air Traffic Control received the last ever message from the cockpit. The pilot calmly said, "Good night, Malaysian 370. And then, silence. Just 2 minutes later, at 1:21 a.m., MH370 completely disappeared from radar. No distress signals, no warnings, no communication from the pilots. The plane was simply gone. At first, Air Traffic Control thought it was a minor technical issue. Maybe the plane had lost communication, but it would still appear on secondary radar. But then, something shocking happened. A few hours later, military radar detected something very strange. Instead of continuing toward China, MH370 had completely changed direction, turning back toward Malaysia. Not only that, but it was flying at an erratic speed, changing altitudes in an unusual way. It flew across the Malacca Strait, heading toward the Indian Ocean, far away from its intended route. By the time investigators realized what was happening, it was too late. The plane had disappeared completely. Now here's where things get even more mysterious. Over the next few days, search teams from all over the world started looking for the missing plane. Countries including Malaysia, China, Australia, and the United States launched one of the biggest search operations in aviation history. Satellites scanned the ocean, ships and aircraft patrolled thousands of miles, but there was no trace of MH370. How could a massive Boeing 777 just vanish? After weeks of searching, investigators started analyzing satellite data. What they found was shocking. Satellite signals known as pings showed that MH370 had continued flying for nearly 7 more hours after it lost communication. But instead of flying toward any known destination, it flew deep into the Indian Ocean, toward one of the most remote and deepest parts of the ocean on Earth. The last satellite ping was detected at 8:19 a.m., more than 7 hours after takeoff. And then, nothing. At this point, the biggest mystery was, who was controlling the plane? This led to many theories, some logical, some completely bizarre. One theory suggests that the pilot, Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah, deliberately crashed the plane. Investigators found a flight simulator in his home, where he had previously practiced a similar flight route into the Indian Ocean. Was this a planned mass murder, or just a coincidence? Another theory suggests a hijacking. Some believe that the plane was taken over by unknown hijackers who forced it to change direction, but never made any demands. If it was a hijacking, why was there no ransom request or terrorist claim? Some experts suggest that a fire or sudden loss of oxygen incapacitated the crew, causing the plane to fly on autopilot until it ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean. And then, of course, the wild theories began. Some people believe that MH370 was secretly taken to an undisclosed military base. Others suggest alien abduction, because how else can a plane disappear so completely? For years, no wreckage was found. Then, in 2015, a piece of MH370's wing flap was discovered on a beach in Reunion Island, near Madagascar. This proved that the plane crashed somewhere in the Indian Ocean. Over time, more small pieces of debris were found in Mozambique, Tanzania, and South Africa. But the main wreckage, including the plane's black box, was never found. To this day, MH370 remains one of the biggest aviation mysteries ever. No one knows exactly what happened in those final moments. No one knows if the passengers were alive when the plane crashed. And most importantly, no one knows why. Even after spending millions of dollars and searching for years, investigators have never found the full truth. So, what do you think happened to Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370? Was it a hijacking, a deliberate crash, or something more mysterious? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this mystery as shocking as I did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mind-blowing real-life stories. See you in the next video.